Okay, so we're going to watch a more detailed overview of the browser tabs right now. This is a video directly created by Häpara, and it's found within the Häpara Highlights course that is in the Häpara community. So you're more than welcome to go into the community and to do this course yourself, and I would encourage it. It's a great course. Okay, right now we can look at the video.
Hey, welcome back. Hebe is really excited that you're here to learn more about Häpara Highlights. Today's focus will be on the Browser Tabs feature. In this video, you will learn what the Browser Tabs window is and how it works, and how it can be helpful during online lessons and ways to use it in the classroom. Hebe the Sheepicorn loves Browser Tabs, and so do teachers around the world. They love it because it shows you what learners are up to in an online lesson in near real time, contributing to a safe and supportive online environment. Additionally, Browser Tabs helps you walk learners through the process of an online lesson and helps them grow in responsibility and make positive decisions toward their online learning and self-improvement. Let's get started learning about Browser Tabs, some of its key features, and how it all works together to create a safe online learning environment. Open up Highlights in your browser by going to highlights.teacherdashboard.com. If you have more than one class, select the class you want by clicking on it, then click on Highlights. The Browser Tabs page is actually the landing page for Highlights, so it's the first page you'll see when you start a Highlights session. When it opens, you will see Student Tiles. Each learner's student tile in Browser Tabs will have a list of the most recent sites that they have opened in Chrome. The website that is bolded is the one that the learner is currently looking at. This makes it simple to monitor what learners are doing online in order to keep them safe and on task. Remember, Highlights doesn't save learner browser history outside of a Highlights session, so you will only see activity that takes place once you begin your Highlights session. Hebe recommends you open Highlights in a separate tab and keep it open throughout the duration of the class period or time that learners are working on computers. By default, the list in each student tile will contain the 5 most recent websites. You can easily increase or decrease the number of websites that appear in student tiles by clicking on the Items button in the upper right-hand corner. This allows you to select the number of items shown inside the student tiles: 1, 3, 5, 15, or 25. You can also customize your view of student tiles by learner group and sort by name or how long they've been online. You can watch the video Creating and Using Groups and Highlights to learn more about how to create groups and highlights. It's available in the Resource List section of this lesson. Each student tile in Browser Tabs also has a drop-down menu that allows you to email learners directly and edit the groups they belong to. It also has the following options: View Screenshot, Send Message, Share Links, Start Focus Session, Start Filter Session, and Student Notes. Check out our video Navigating Student Tiles and Highlights for more information on how student tiles work, also available in the Resource Lists section of this lesson. Once you have your view of Browser Tabs customized to meet your preferences, you can take advantage of some really cool features. Besides just seeing a list of sites learners are on, you have the ability to click on any of the websites in a learner's student tile and view the website for yourself. Another neat feature of Browser Tabs is the ability to close a website in a learner's browser from your computer. If the need arises, you can just click on the X to the right of any of the websites to close that tab on the learner's computer. A few other features absolutely worth mentioning are the Send Message, Share Links, and Guide Browsing buttons. These are buttons you can access in any Highlights tab, not just Browser Tabs, but we'll mention them briefly here to give you an idea of how they work when you're using the Browser Tabs window in an online lesson. We also have videos that go over these buttons in greater depth if you check out the links in the resources section of this lesson. The Send Message button allows you to send an instant message to a specific learner, group, or the whole class during a highlight session. This is a great feature to use when you are considering closing a learner's browser tab. You can send them a gentle reminder to stay on task before you actually shut it down. The Share Links button is a quick way to share links with learners during the highlight session. If you're looking at a learner student tile in the browser tabs window and you notice that the learner has opened an off-track website or even just has started down a rabbit hole of websites that are not good quality for the task at hand, you can use this button to set them straight. And the Guide Browsing button allows you to curate browsing sessions for learners by opening up particular links or restricting access to certain links. You might notice from looking at the websites listed in a few learner student tiles in the browser tabs window that they need more guidelines for the session on what websites they can and cannot visit. You can quickly set up a guide browsing session for this group to make sure that they stay on task for the remainder of the lesson. Isn't browser tabs awesome? Heapy the Sheepycorn thinks so. Now that we know what browser tabs is and the super cool features it has, let's look at some classroom strategies to try with browser tabs. One goal that every teacher wants to see their learners achieve is increased independence and responsibility when it comes to their own learning. As teachers, we also know that getting learners to this place in their learning journey is a lot of work. Browser tabs can help take a bit of the stress away from trying to encourage autonomy in learners. Giving learners choices in the projects they are working on is one way to increase learner ownership over their learning. Let's look at how browser tabs can help when you're giving learners open-ended projects. Open-ended projects are basically just what they sound like. For example, a teacher might give students a list of different projects to choose from. This is an excellent way to differentiate instruction because it allows learners to work at their own pace, actively engage with course content, and demonstrate their knowledge in a variety of ways. In addition to providing clear expectations, teachers have to constantly monitor learner progress on these types of projects. Browser tabs makes open-ended projects a little easier for teachers because it has functionalities that allow you to easily monitor learners. Suppose you have just given learners a list of possible projects to choose from on the topic of the American Revolution. Learners will be doing online research and preparing deliverables in applications like Google Docs, Slides, and more. In open-ended projects, there is a lot of room for learners to stray both intentionally and unintentionally. However, with browser tabs, you can monitor the progress of their projects in near real time and provide formative feedback using the email or send message features throughout the process. You can also share examples with specific learners by using the share links or guide browsing features. For example, a learner might be using the wrong type of resource to gather information. If a particular journal would be a better source of information, you can quickly share a link to it by using the Share Links button before the learner wastes a bunch of time on the wrong resource. Heapy the Sheepycorn hopes that you learned a lot about browser tabs and how to use them in your classroom. If you have questions, post them in the Häpara community. And don't forget to check out the free printable resources that go along with this lesson. Well, that's a wrap. We hope you enjoy using browser tabs.